If you're an employer, this is a question that's probably been on your mind. When it comes to training on what OSHA calls powered industrial trucks, and yeah, that's everything from a big counterbalance forklift to a simple electric pallet jack, how specific do you really need to be? Well, today we're going to cut through all that confusion and give you a clear, straight answer right from the OSHA regulations. Let's just dive in. So picture this. You look out on your floor and you've got a whole mixed fleet. You've got different brands, machines of different ages, and they all do different things. And you're the one responsible for safety and compliance, so you have to know exactly where you stand. So let's just put the question right out there, front and center. Do you really need a separate training program for your Toyota and then another one for your Hyster, even if they look kind of similar? I mean, this is a critical question, right? Because getting it wrong isn't just a headache. It can be really costly, leading to some serious fines, and way more importantly, accidents that could have been prevented. To get to the real answer, you have to understand this fundamental distinction that OSHA makes. See, it's not about training by the brand name. It's about training by something they call forklift type. And trust me, understanding this one little difference is the absolute key to being compliant. Okay, so what does the official guidance actually say? Let's just get right to the point and look at what OSHA requires from you as the employer. The short answer is no. You do not need to provide separate training for every single make and model. But, and you knew there was a but coming, right? This is a really important one. That doesn't mean some single generic training program is going to cover all your machines. There's a vital requirement you absolutely have to meet. At its core, your number one job under OSHA is this: ensuring competence. The regulation basically says that you, the employer, have to make sure every single operator is competent to run that truck safely. And that competence, it's proven through proper training and, of course, evaluation. And the timing here is completely non-negotiable. Your employee must have successfully completed their training and evaluation before you let them operate that truck in a real work environment. It's a critical safety step. Training first, operation second. Always. So here's the most important point. OSHA isn't worried about the logo on the side of the machine. They're worried about how it works. The focus is all on the type of truck, which really just means its basic operational characteristics. A sit-down counterbalanced forklift operates totally differently from a stand-up order picker, and it doesn't matter who made them. Okay, so what in the world does type-specific training actually involve? Well, OSHA lays out a pretty clear set of topics that your program has to cover for each type of truck your employees are going to operate. Let's break that list down. OSHA says that for any given forklift type, your training needs to cover these 6 key things. First, its specific operating instructions, all the warnings and precautions. Second, the location and the function of its unique controls. Third, you've got to cover its engine or motor type. Fourth, its specific refueling or recharging procedures. Fifth, its unique steering and maneuvering characteristics. And finally, number 6, its operation limitations. Now, to actually apply this, you need to be able to identify the different types of trucks you have in your own fleet. So let's just walk through some of the most common categories. That way you can see just how different they really are. First up, the order picker. Its main job is to lift the operator way up to high shelves to pick individual items. Now, because the operator is on a moving platform, that introduces some pretty unique challenges and safety needs, like fall protection, that you just wouldn't find on other trucks. It's a whole different animal. Next is the classic counterbalance forklift. This is probably what most people picture when they hear the word forklift. But even within this one type, you've got subcategories. An electric model for inside use has totally different recharging and maintenance needs than, say, an internal combustion model with big pneumatic tires designed for rough outdoor surfaces. And here we have a narrow aisle lift truck. The name kind of gives it away, right? It's designed for really tight spaces. They're usually stand-up electric machines, and their maneuverability and stability are completely different from a standard counterbalance forklift. So your training has to reflect that. And hey, don't forget about electric pallet jacks. Whether it's a walk-behind or a rider model, it's still considered a powered industrial truck under OSHA rules. Yeah, the controls are simpler, but operators still need formal training on how to handle them safely, especially in busy, high-traffic areas. And finally, we've got the rough terrain forklifts. I mean, with their huge tractor-style tires, these things are built for construction sites and bumpy, unimproved ground. Operating one of these safely on an unstable surface is just a world away from driving on a smooth warehouse floor. This right here is the perfect example of why type-specific training is so important. So let's pull all this together. What's your ultimate responsibility as an employer when you're putting together a compliant and, an effective safety program? So here's the bottom line. First, you've got to recognize that not all powered industrial trucks are the same. Second, your training has to be specific to the unique type of truck an employee is going to operate. And third, the legal responsibility to provide that training, it rests squarely on your shoulders. So the next time you walk through your facility, try to look at your machines through OSHA's eyes. Just for a moment, ignore the brand name. It's that unique combination of how it operates, its power source, and what it was designed to do that really defines your training obligations. And that leaves us with one final direct question for you. Take a quick mental inventory of your fleet right now. Think about every type of machine you have. Is your training program genuinely tailored to each one? Does your counterbalance operator get separate, specific training before they're allowed to hop on an order picker? Because making sure they do isn't just good practice, it's the law.